I want to be the person who stops the cycle of violence, even just for one child. I'm Eda Ozturk. I am working as Health and Psychosocial Program Officer in Turkish Red Crescent. Most of the time when the beneficiaries came to get a psychological therapy, they lose their belief in human because most of the time their pain is coming from other human. Mainly I'm working with women and children, and predominantly the people that I am working with is Syrians, people who exposed war trauma, people who immigrate to Turkey, had to come to Turkey to live. War has lots of psychological effect, especially children and the women. For example, if you think about a child who never sees any war or something, planes are incredible, they are flying, they are amazing. But when you think about a child who were living in a war area, planes, they are like coming from hell. In the therapy sessions, sometimes it's really hard to use the language, but there's a language that all of us knows, and it's art. When I am working with Syrian children, I am generally using art therapy methods. There was a child. We were doing some drawings together, and she drew her stepmom and stepsisters together, and father somewhere, the other brother next to them, and she drew a jacket. I asked why to draw a jacket just next to them, and she said no, it's nothing. But next session she brought a jacket together with her, and she said that this jacket was from her mom who died in Syria. Without art, it was impossible for me to reach that point. The ones who can't draw anything, actually these are the children that we have to focus, really bad life, really bad conditions, seeing thousands of bad things, but drawing really nice picture. You have to question that. Psychological wounds are really hard to pass, and the therapy process is a bit painful because what we are doing is to remind them everything. It's really, really deep. Even though you are making that person to feel less, you can't make it as it doesn't happen. The feature has lots of questions. Especially with the effect of the social media, people are so much focusing on symbols, and number is one of them. It's really taking our human part from us. Unfortunately, disaster happened. First question that comes in our mind, how many people died? Or who did it? To whom? we are not saying the situation as that happened to people. One of my patients, and let's say student that we are giving psychosocial support in our community center, she brought many of feathers. And when she came to me, she said, "Oh, this is for you." And I smiled and she said, "Don't worry, this is not real. We didn't hurt any bird and this is just fake. We never hurt any people or any animal." She has to explain that they didn't hurt any animal. A really special moment for me because I feel that moment that, okay, I teach this child that we can't hurt anyone. And that feeling was amazing. People are always forgetting when they are thinking about the situation in Syria. They are forgetting that these people are people. They are human. They are not different than us. Just a bomb and everything happened. All of their lives changed. They were also thinking and dreaming about their children to give a better future for them. But just one bomb and everything changed. When you think about work area of psychosocial support, it's really hard to measure because it's not like economy, it's not like physics. There is no certain indicators. But there was a boy, he had OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and his obsession was related to cleaning. He was just a young boy, 12 years old. I'm remembering that he was cleaning his hand like an hour because he was feeling that it's not clean enough. Also, this is related to other unfortunate issues, but at the end of our therapy sessions, he gave me a gift, which was an incredible, an amazing gift for me. That obsessed child, with his own hands, touched the mud and dig a flower for me as a gift. That was an incredible result for me. Few months ago, he wasn't even able to touch the table while we were having our session. For me, this is success. Like, you can't count it with anything else. My work affects me psychologically in deep, but the thing is, like, you are continuing your life, you have a life, values, standards and everything, but in the therapy with your patient, you are also entering their life, and probably the things that they are explaining to you is nothing even close to your life. Like when you're watching television, in the news, when the news is really bad, you're changing the channel. But in the session, you don't have the option to change the channel. And it's real. Working with these children is like entering their psyche. And there are lots of rooms. Rooms after rooms after rooms. Then, like, sometimes you're just seeing a black hole and then you can't go further. It's like closed, impossible to enter. That moment is really like you're feeling just hopeless. Oh, it's really hard to have self-care, but we have to. Otherwise, you can't live. You can't live because there is lots of pain. But especially after the long days with lots of sessions, that voices in your brain from other people is just continuous. When you're thinking as a humanitarian aid worker, like you're never seeing yourself that you're sacrificing things because you're feeling like you have to do it, you want to do it because you're feeling selfless. Maybe, yes, selfless, because even though people are saying you're sacrificing lots of things, you're keeping yourself back, you're just focusing for others, you're not feeling yourself that you're sacrificing. You're just seeing yourself, I'm doing my job. I'm just doing my job. Of course, it's not just a job, but we are not heroes at the end. For them, maybe. My motivation to work is actually believe that people are good. But sometimes I'm questioning that. What if they are not? What do I believe in then? In the community center, it's written everywhere is for everyone. And I think that can be my motto.